girls, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up show on Southern Miss Radio. You're tuned into WSN 88.5 FM. I'm your host for today, Adeline Fields, and today we're taking a look back at what SM2 has been up to this past week, as well as what's coming up next. SM2 is Southern Miss's student media network covering news, entertainment, sports, and campus events across multiple platforms. Today we have our student leaders from WSM, the Prince, Creative, Stratcom, and TV divisions. We'll be right back talking with Cadence from the Student Prince right after this break. Back to the weekly wrap-up on Southern Miss Radio. First up, we have Cadence with the Student Prince. How are you doing?
Good.
Yay. So tell us a little bit about what's happened this past week.
Yeah, so we put out our first issue. It was delivered on Thursday, and it is all across campus. We are getting it to the restaurants tomorrow. But we have some pretty cool stories. On our front page, we have one done by Sam Hov, and it was about the DuBard School. And it basically talks about, like, how they're expanding. Like, they're trying to go to the coast, which is pretty cool, but they're also having funding challenges. And, like, their faculty members are having to work, like, more because they can't get graduates. And it's just a really good story that talks about how they're dealing with that. There's also, like, we've got some pop culture stuff this week from our Prince people. Ty, he did one about, like, the awards season because nominations were announced not too long ago, and he just talked about, like, how, like, some people were snubbed and how some people, like, how some films that shouldn't have gotten awards are nominated for awards. And Nisharika did a book review. Apparently there's this Netflix show from this one author, and her new book is also getting a show.
Are you talking about His and Hers?
Yes.
That show is crazy. If you haven't watched it, I've been telling everyone this week, please watch it.
I'm like needing to get Netflix because I need to
do
see
a free
this.
trial just for the show.
Yeah, I want to know what's in the know. And we also had some cool stories about student life, like, and just looking at what students are doing, you know, like about their 2026 goals and eating healthy and, like, reflecting on the gatekeeping in our school, like some, like, science. Some people feel that there's gatekeeping that is there, and we did an article about it. It was really good.
Interesting. Anything else in the paper you wanted to talk about?
I mean, we just have good sorry, my voice is very hoarse this morning, but we just have really good content. And as always, we're going to be putting the prints out every Thursday, and it'll be all across campus. So pick it up and see what we are putting out, because it is good work, and it is stuff that our students need to know.
Awesome. I got to go grab my copy right after this.
Yes, please do.
Awesome. We have Stephanie Perez-Munoz here for the first time with us for the weekly wrap-up. So you're working with TV.
Yes. So it's my first time being the producer for SM2, and I'm very excited. We had a really, really good show for our first time. We had all of our veterans on there from last semester and even previous semesters. So we had Alvia anchoring sports. We had Kennedy and Gabby anchoring the main news, and then Ashley Naylor anchoring our weather. So we had some changes. We have some new music in there. We also did a little different things with the very beginning of the show, which you should check out. I thought it turned out really well. We had some really impactful stories. Like Kennedy did a story about Hattiesburg earning the 7th consecutive perfect score in our water, which can be controversial because whenever I moved here, people were like, don't drink our water. But it's the 7th year that we got a perfect score. So she went in more detail about that. So
awesome. Is there anything coming up in TV that you're excited about?
So as y'all know, we did our first live show in SM2 history last semester at the very end. And we're working on doing at least 4 to 5 this semester towards the end. So look into that. Go on our YouTube, Southern Miss Student Media, and check out our new show. We're on season 10, which is insane.
Wow.
Season 10 is amazing. We're so excited, and most of us graduate, so we're excited to finish out on season 10.
Awesome. So all of the shows, all of the past shows can be found on YouTube, right?
Yes, and on our website, sm2.media.
SM2media.com.
SM2media.com. Oh my goodness. As y'all can tell, I'm new. But I will be uploading all of our YouTube shows on there as well. So it'll be under the SMTV at the very top on our website. So you'll click that and you'll see past episodes, even our live episode if you want to rewatch it. I think you should. So
awesome. Next up, we have Jared, but first we have a quick break. We have a news wrap from Sophia Vitrano reporting on a new program for on-campus workers. So check that out, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. You're listening to the Weekly Wrap Up on Southern Miss Radio. Next up, we have another newbie. We've got Jared from Stratcom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Awesome. Good. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in Stratcom world.
So we've spent this first week of production just getting the ball rolling, getting everything planned. We have some really exciting stuff coming up. We have a lot of short form videos, a lot of entertaining ones that we've done in the past, and then as well as some formal ones. One of the ones that I'm excited for that's coming up, we're doing a behind the scenes for SMTV, where we're gonna show the process of anywhere from the control room to writing the scripts to even like the actual process of recording, and I think it's gonna be really fun. And if anybody wants to check those out, they can look on our social medias, sm2.usm on Instagram, sm2_USM on X, and then Southern Miss Student Media on Facebook.
Awesome. I'm excited about that. I love a good behind the scenes video, especially with, I'm less familiar with that area of the Student Media Center. So that should be interesting. I'm excited. Next up, we have Vivian Kochmeyer.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
How are you today?
I'm good. So my role has changed a little bit this semester. So I'm working more with Jared and Stratcom, but also creative in the sales team, working on a lot of different projects for this semester. We have a project with Roy Howard that we're working on. We're wrapping up some projects from last semester, but what I'm really excited about is we are going to be producing a Black History Month special. So Zoe, who's our salesperson, her and I are working on getting sponsors for that special. But we plan to have like 5 major stories, four major stories and an Eagle interview for that special that will be all focused on Black History Month. And I think it's going to be a really great opportunity for our MMJs, but I think it's also going to be a really great opportunity just for the community to see like what we put together. And I'm really looking forward to that because we haven't done something like that. We haven't done a special in a long time, but I don't think we've ever done a Black History Month special. So this will be a first time thing, and we have a lot of things in the work to figure it all out, but I think it's going to all work out and it's going to be really great. So
Awesome. So with that, is it going to be focused in a specific division, or is it going to be kind of across?
So it's going to be like an SM2 newscast, but it's going to be filmed in that way. We'll have a host, and then we'll have the different stories being played throughout the whole time. It's going to be a 30-minute special. But we are planning the week of February 18th, releasing it then. We still have to get they have to get all their interviews and stuff lined up. So we have the next 2 weeks to get everything put together, and then it'll be the big finale.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's kind of crunch time right now. But
It is. It's been a crazy week for sure. Last week was the first week, but it feels like it was a month ago. So, we are getting the ball rolling, and Micah's not here right now, but her and I have been working together for creative and getting everybody situated on all these projects so we can get all the moving parts going and, finish the semester with finished projects, not open projects like we did last semester.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see what y'all come up with for that.
Yeah.
We have another quick break. We are going to be hearing about Jimmy Person's reflections on his time at an all-male school. It's one of those Mississippi Moment podcast clips, so check that out, and we'll be right back with Max. Welcome back to the weekly wrap up. We've got Max here, who is our new supervisor for our MMJs. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm basically stepping in Viv's shoes. As she likes to say, she cornered me and begged and pleaded me to take her place, and I said, okay.
I said, Max, I have an idea, and I really want you to just say yes.
And I said yes, so here we are.
Very happy to have you.
Yes, thank you.
So you wanted to talk about a few of the stories that are coming up this week, right?
Yeah, so we are going to be giving cheerleaders some rep. We have some cheer coverage going on. After that, we're going to be doing a story on a scuba class, and of all MMJs that are covering it, of course, it's Sophia doing so. She was excited about the idea. Me and Stephanie were just like, scuba, ooh.
We told her to get in the water with them.
Yeah, we were talking about getting her a GoPro and like doing some underwater shots or something.
She said that they have like these phone holders that you can put your camera underwater. So I think she's getting in on Tuesday and getting some B-roll underwater.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I told her to do some stand-ups in like scuba gear. That'd be very fun. But the story that I'm personally like most excited about is definitely there is a ICE protest happening downtown Hattiesburg today at 4. We've got some MMJs going over there today, and I'll be going over there today as well. And I suggest you guys to represent. But
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome. Anything else that you wanted to share, or is that you just have to?
That about
stay
some
tuned.
that yeah, stay tuned for the most part. But these are like some of the big ones that we're most excited about.
Awesome. Well, I will kind of move over into Radio World for a second. So this past week, we had a lot of great interviews there on our YouTube. If you go to Southern Miss Student Media on YouTube, under the Live tab, you can see all of our past shows. A few of the interviews this week were Dr. Brent Hale talking about the Confident Presenter event, which was like a event geared towards grad students to like help them get ready for presenting at conferences and everything. Really great interview. He had a lot of interesting information, just like also in general for presenting. If anybody ever gets stage fright or anything, lots of good tips. We also had Ann McCullen with the Edward Street Fellowship Center. We had Ginger Lowry and Rebecca Chambers discussing the Crew of St. Catherine. We also had Elizabeth Henry, who is the director of the Hattiesburg Arts Council. And then next week, we also have some things coming up. So we have some reps from the Women's Art Collective exhibit on Monday. We have Kayla talking about the thesis and dissertation boot camp. We've got Mackenzie Gray talking about the USM Career Fair. And then on Thursday, you can hear about the Star Spangled Symphony event. So lots of good stuff coming up. And as always, we have our student-run shows as well, like kind of sprinkled throughout the week. So stay tuned. We've got good music. It's WSM 88.5 FM. But I think that is about it for our weekly wrap-up today, unless anybody had anything they wanted to add.
I don't know if we really talked about it, but we do have a lot of new reporters and MMJs and a lot of new people in production. There's a lot of new people, and I'm really excited to see how they thrive in the SM2 environment. We talk about it all the time, like there's a lot you can get from this. So I'm really excited about that. And we also, a lot of these new people are going to be working with the sports division, so I'm really excited to see where that goes. There's a lot of things to cover, especially with basketball going on and baseball later in the semester. I think there's going to be a lot of really good sports content. We're also talking about potentially doing some stuff on the radio again, so that is
Fingers
exciting.
Crossed. Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so I'm really excited with all the new people and the new ideas that are going to come through here. And really all the divisions. I think pretty much every division has had some new members added.
Yeah.
So
We've got a new host in radio Monday and Wednesday.
I know.
Y'all
Stay
check 'em
tuned.
out. Yeah. Okay, well, that is it for this week's weekly wrap-up. Want to give a big thanks to all our student leaders for sharing all these updates. Make sure to follow us on social media, pick up a copy of the prints, watch SMTV, and tune in to Southern Miss Today right here on WSM 88.5 FM. I'm Adeline, and that's a wrap. See y'all next Friday.